Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jada Blossom, and it's time for the Black Friday mini release. Hey, so I'm using Jada Blossom's rectangle strip card mat die that's new, our poinsettia die, the gnome peaking stamp set, and the gnome gift card slider die, along with Sunny Studios Joyful Holiday and All Is Bright 6-inch pads. So first I went ahead and I cut a piece of Neenah Solar White 80-pound cardstock at 4 by 5 1/4 inches, and then I covered it in score tape. And I'm just taking off the backing paper. Now I'm going to add on my paper. I went ahead and I cut out a bunch of strips of paper or that die numerous times out of all the different papers in those Sunny Studio pads. And now I'm going to alternate some patterns. There we go. And I just think this makes a great, fun Christmas background. Obviously, you could use these for other holidays, but my card's a Christmas card today. So I'm just quickly adding on all of my little strips. And I find it just easier if you use that double-sided tape. You know, you don't have to worry about the glue. There's no glue squishing all over the place. And it's kind of like making a puzzle, which I quite like. So I'm just adding on the rest of these and then I'll be done. And I'll have a fun background for my card design. So there we are. And I'm going to pop one more in. And then there you go. So that is my pretty card background. Now I'm taking more paper from those pads and I'm going to take a 1-inch strip and add that to the interior of my card. Kind of what I always do. So first I'm going to add my fun stripped background onto my A2 size card base that was made from Paper Trank white cardstock, 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches, with my Martha Stewart scoreboard or my Teflon bone folder. All my die cutting today was done with that Anna Griffin Empress machine, like usual, working on a Stampin' Up! Pad, all the things I usually do. There we are. Now I'm going to add the 1-inch strip to the inside. Because this is going to be a poinsettia card, I thought, wouldn't that be fun to have poinsettia paper on the inside? I'm going to add that 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of my card base, and I'm just going to trim off that overhang with a pair of scissors. And there we are. And next, I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to stamp a sentiment on the inside of my card, and that's from that new gnome peaking stamp set. And this one just says, I can't remember if I used Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays on this one now. I guess we'll know in a second. Oh, there we go. Happy Holidays. And I stamped it in Verse Fun Claire Nocturne ink. And now I'm taking the tag from that gnome gift card slider die and I'm going to stamp Peace, Love, and Joy. And that came from that gnome peaking stamp set. And I'm going to add that to my card front. So isn't that fun? The tag was cut out of Paper Trank white cardstock. Remember, the Misty's your friend. You can stamp multiple times, just don't press too hard, and then you'll get a great image. Now I'm using Candy Cane Lane odds and ends from Doodlebug. I made this great little poinsettia bunch that I'm going to add on the interior of my card. You know, just for fun, kind of what I do, right? And I'm going to add a few of these little hearts as well. And using reverse tweezers, kind of like, you know, helps me keep my fingers out of the way as I'm deciding where things go. And this makes a fast and easy interior to your card. That's what I like to use the Doodlebug odds and ends for the most. Now I'm going to make myself a poinsettia. So first I cut the large poinsettia die out of Paper Trank Pure Poppy cardstock, and then I also used red pattern paper from Sunny Studios, from the pads I mentioned. And I kind of put that pattern paper in the center so you can get some variation. Next, I'm using this Recollections Christmas Shimmer in gold for the center. And the leaves and the little pine bough were cut from paper from that Sunny Studios pad. But the little swirlies that go with this poinsettia were cut from that Christmas Shimmer 6-inch pad from Recollections. It is in gold again. So there we are. And there's the pretty little swirlies. I call them swirlies. I don't know what you want to call them. But I'm going to add them to my card front, sort of one in the lower right and then two in the upper left. But at first I'm going to add my little leaves and everything else. Oops, I want that to be a little bit lower. There we go. Then I'll add my little pine bough or pine sprig, whatever you want to call it. And it's fun, right? Like, I like to use pattern paper. I think that, the nice thing is that you can mix and match your stuff and it always looks good. Next, I'm going to put in my two little swirlies from that poinsettia die set from Jada Blossom. And isn't that pretty? I just think this was a super fun and easy card. I did also use Jada Blossom's bow dies. I completely forgot. This is a pure poppy bow from Paper Tray Ink. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that up with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And like I said, this was a super easy card. Lots of fun. And, and like I said, like pretty fast, for a card design for Christmas, right? We all need a bunch of Christmas cards to send out to everyone. There we are. And then I'm going to put that kind of in the lower left, overlapping my poinsettia here, just, to kind of, focal point my flower. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? I just love how that turned out. Next, I'm going to be adding some little hearts from Doodlebug's heart or shape sprinkles. And I used a mixture, but like one of them was called Heart Throb, I think. But I just used a bunch of red enamel hearts and I'm going to be sticking them on my card base. I'll be putting 3 in the kind of upper right. And there we go. Isn't that fun? So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jada Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team, the Jada Blossom store to get your hands on these products. And remember to get shopping at our Black Friday sale. Lots of discounts, lots of fun supplies that you can put in your cart. Bye, everybody.